So drafting of circular water tank we're going to cover in this class. Can I able to AutoCAD screen now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now we're going to draft in the screen. Okay. Water tank. So we have the structural notes at the end of the design. We got the structural note. We're going to detail now. Okay. So before going into the design, you should know about of this about sectional elevation, and the second one is about the plan at the base. Okay, so what do you mean by sectional elevation? What do you mean by plan at the base means so holistic structure. Okay, so you cut the water tank at the top and see the top view of that water tank. Okay, so the top view of the water tank after the cut section. Okay, so at base, in short it is plan. Okay, so the top view is called plan and the front view is called elevation. Okay, so you should know the difference, the top view as well as the front, the structure in that way, so to know the details. Okay, so in the plan, what are the elements you can it can be visible to you, and at the section what are the elements can be. You should make sure all those steel detailing and dimension of the water tank should be known by the site engineer execution process. Okay, so now we're going to see about the elevation, sectional elevation. Okay, so what do you mean by sectional elevation means you're going to detail the base of the water tank. Okay, so wall and base of the water tank. For that, before that, you should follow some of the preliminary tools steps in the set the limits. Okay, you type LIMITS limits, and you set the limits. 0, 0 is the one corner, and based upon the desired sheet of the drawing you need, you can set the another upper right side corner. Okay, so I am choosing currently 1000, 1000. Depends upon you. Afterwards, you have to set the units. Okay, so there are different kinds of units there. You type it as units and click on enter. So this dialog box will open up. Various units are there from millimeters to centimeters. Various units are there. We're going to draw the drawing in millimeters. Okay, you choose the millimeter and click on OK. So the uh, settings are over. So after that, we'll start the drawing. So use the line command. Okay, so to use the line command to set the thickness of enter. That is a shortcut for line command. You click on any point. So you click on any point. So you make the ortho mode on so that it moves only in the 90-degree multiples. That what you can do, 160 is the thickness of the wall. So therefore you choose it as 160. Okay. So you again go to the units. Okay, so there is some problem in this. Once again. Can I able to see the screen? Can I able to see the screen?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Now,
Yes, sir.
okay. So I drawing sheet. Okay, so there is some fault in the drawing sheet. Okay, so now we start from the thickness. Okay, so the thickness is 160. You choose the line command L, typed as 160. So therefore, it is created like this. Okay, so now you can proceed the drawing with this. What is the height of the wall? Okay, so the height of the wall is in total the height of the water tank is 3,500. You typed as 3,500 millimeters. Okay, 3,500. So therefore, it is created like this. Again, you close this one. Okay, so with 160. Then again 3,000 millimeter. Okay, so therefore the wall of the water tank is created. Okay, so now what you can do, so you have to create the base of the water tank. Okay, so base of the water tank, how can you create? Okay, so the thickness of the base is 150 mm. Then the width is it. You cannot draw the width of. You can provide the cut section with this. Okay, so how can you provide the cut section? You just give the line command. So you choose the corner here and roughly mm. Okay, so you can go for the 2,000 mm. So that can be the limit where you can cut the section. Okay, so after that the thickness is 150. Again you. So now you choose the 3,500 to extend the water tank base. Okay, so again 150. Then you close. Basic drawing which we have drawn. Okay, so it specifies the wall height as well as the base. So the reinforcement detailing, for reinforcement detailing, you should create the cut section here. Why to create the cut section? Why? Because that this base is there. No, okay, through the end of the water tank. Okay, so therefore you create the cut section. So you start here, choose the line command L, enter, and you choose this point. For creating the cut section, you're going to draw the angular lines. Okay, so you off the ortho. So the cut section is created. Okay, so you can repeat the cut. in the uppercase also, or else you can do it or do one. You just copy and paste it. It is the indication that it continues, not stop at the one particular point. Okay, so now the external drafting is completed. Now you have to create reinforcement detailing. How to provide the reinforcement detailing? First of all, you should decide the clear cover. Okay, usually we take the clear cover as 50. Therefore, the you can offset this line inside. Okay, so offset O enter. So that is the shortcut for offset, and you provide the offset distance, that is 30 millimeters. So 30 enter. So you can click here. Okay, so therefore it is created. Okay, again at the bottom also the detailing is like that. 30 mm is the offset distance. Okay, so 30 it is created. Now what you can do, so you have to trim the unwanted portion. What are the unwanted portion? Why? Because at the corner also you have to give the clear cover 100 mm on the corner. Okay, so 100 mm on the corner. So click the source object and click inside. Okay, this will act as a reference line for trimming the object actually. TR double enter is the shortcut for trim. Now you remove the reference line which you are drawn for offsetting purposes. Now the main reinforcement is created. You can create the distribution bar, distribution reinforcement. Okay, one correction is there. So you have to offset here also. Now the bottom also is offsetted. Now you provide the distribution reinforcement. So how to provide the distribution reinforcement? First of all, you should identify the dia of the distribution reinforcement. The 16 mm dia box. Okay, so for creating the distribution reinforcement, you have to go for the donut option. Okay, so donut option DO enter. Okay, so that is for donut option. Internal the external diameter is therefore the donut is created. So it is created like this. So now what you can do, so you just copy the donut wherever the places you need the distribution reinforcement, or else you can move also. Okay, so we have placed. Now similarly, so now you use array command to So before repeating the array command, you should know the spacing between this. Okay, so the spacing is 200 mm. First, you go for the array command first. You type it as array and you click on enter. You select the object. Choose the path type of array. Now, the distribution bar is created like this without any space. You can do like you can select the quick property. So here the spacing is 12. It is not enough actually. The spacing is 200. So then only it will be correct. Okay. The distribution reinforcement is created like this. Okay. So what you can do, so you just select all those distribution reinforcement and you place it below. Okay. So now what you can do, so you can place it below. Okay. So you just follow the and it will be like this. You choose the base point as the center or this one. You make the ortho command and be a movement. Yeah, completed. So now the distribution reinforcement placement is bottom as well as in case of top. Okay. So now what you should do, actually this is base of the wall base of the water tank actually. Okay, so now this space is it should be filled with some material, like it provides the connectivity between the base. So for that you draw one line reference line here. You go for the hatch option. So this is the internal point. For us to provide the connectivity, solid pattern is much better. Okay, so you choose the solid pattern. So it provides the connectivity between the base as well as the wall of the water tank actually. Now you can move the base to match this point. Okay, so why? Because the base should be in this level. Okay, so you can select the base, copy, actually we need not to copy, actually you have to move it. And you just move it. Now we all that reference of base of the wall with the base of the water tank. Okay, so now you level those things. Okay, what you can do now, you have to trim for this. You trim this portion, you extend this line. Yeah, so now point of the water tank with the wall of the water tank. Okay, so now the reinforcement detailing at the base we have completed. Now we're going to do the reinforcement detailing at the so the same dia bar to be used. Okay, so you just move this donut here. Okay, so to this point. To the wall here. Now you can go for the array option so that the multiple objects can be created. Path array. You choose the path, so therefore it is created like this. Okay, so now what you can do, and go for the quick. Here the spacing is different and different height. Okay, so like for example, at the top to the bottom 500 mm, it is 400 center to center. Okay, so after 1000 millimeters, it is 350 center to center, and another centimeters, it is 200 center to center, and at the bottom 1000 length, it is 140 center to center. Okay, so it is different at different level. Okay, so as of now you choose. Okay, so now therefore the spacing is changed. Actually it is changed. Now the reinforcement detailing, that is main as well as the distribution bar reinforcement detailing for the wall, as well as the main as well as the distribution bar detailing base is completed. Okay, so now the drafting is completed. Now we have to go for the detailing. Okay, so what kind of detailing? First you detail the dimensions. So the thickness of the wall is 160 mm. You specify that one. Okay, so the thickness is, can you able to see that? If it is not visible means you can go for the scale options to maximize the view. Okay, is it visible, right? Is it visible or not? Yeah, are you seeing or not? Yes, answer me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Okay, so detailed. Now you detail the length of the wall. Okay, so what is the length of the wall actually? Go for the dimension. You choose from this point. Can you able to see the screen, right? Can you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Therefore, the height of the wall is 500 millimeters. Okay, so now you repeat the linear dimension. You choose the both the ends. The thickness is 150. Okay, so 150 is the thickness of the base. So therefore, we have detailed the dimension. Now we're going to give the detailing for the reinforcement which is provided. Okay, so how to provide the reinforcement detailing? For that you have M leader. Okay, so M leader is the dimensioning option which is chosen to provide the dimension detailing. Okay, so M leader. So you choose the main reinforcement here. So this is the main reinforcement, right? You go for the main reinforcement. Go to the style and you increase the annotation. Okay, so to have the so the main reinforcement dia is 10 mm. 10. It is provided at 200 mm spacing. Okay, so the spacing between the two bars is 200. Okay, so if it is not visible, you can double click and you select all the text and you go to the style annotation. You change the annotation. So therefore you can reduce the annotation also. Go to the style and you reduce up to like the 10 mm diabars at 200 mm spacing is the way the main reinforcement is provided. Okay, so what is the detailing for the distribution reinforcement? Okay, so the detailing for the distribution reinforcement means so you can have this option, so by right click, okay, you right click, this option will be repeat command you choose. Okay, so you choose the repeat command and you okay, so distribution bar and you type it as what is your desired specification. Okay, it is 16 mm diabars. It is 16 mm diabars at 200 mm. Then okay, so that is the detailing for the distribution bar. You change this text height by selecting the by right clicking and selecting all and then annotation you choose 250 so that it is okay. So this is the thing. Now what you can do, you can tell the bottom slab reinforcement. Okay, so the bottom slab reinforcement, so the main as well as the distribution bar is 8 mm only. The spacing of the spacing is same as well as the dia bar to be used also is same. Okay, so therefore what you can do, like both ways you can you give the specific because for the both the things therefore you can give this like this. Near to this space. Why? Because the top as well as the bottom is following the same design node, that is 8 mm at 200 8 mm diameter at 200 mm spacing. Near to this you mention. Okay, so now the detailing is also is over. Since this annotation is so big, you can change this annotation. So that it is visible. Now it is over now. Okay, so specify what is the drafting you are done at the bottom. So you are done the sectional elevation, that is the front view of the cut section. Okay, so you cut the water tank and you are seeing in the front view. Okay, so this is the sectional elevation you mention at the bottom. Okay, sectional elevation like this. Okay, so for that you go for the mtext. So that is the mtext. You click enter. Okay, so therefore it is enabled now. So the mtext command is enabled now. So you click anywhere. So this and you drag, this box will be created. Okay, so after creating this box, you again click it. Okay, so therefore it will be created like this. Okay, so you type it as section. You are done is sectional elevation. Okay, so you type the sectional elevation. To make this visible, you just right click and select all the text style, then 250. So the sectional elevation of the water tank. Now we have completed the. Now we have completed the sectional elevation of the water tank. So even though we made the visibility of the dimension detailing as well as this and all not visible. Okay, so for that what you can do, so you can go for the dimension option. At this one small icon will be here. Okay, so you click this icon. This dial icon there you can change the view of the baseline and the sizes of the symbols and arrows and all. Okay, so this arrow is very small. Okay, so that is 2 mm. Okay, so you can increase as per your requirement, as per your need. I have increased. Okay, the text also we can increase the text height. Now it is very 3 mm. So increase the text height. Okay, so this is the text height. Similarly, you can alter all those unit. You click on You click set current and close, then it will be modified. Now if you draw dimension, it will be correct. Is it fine? Is it clear to you all? Is it clear to you all? So now we have drafted the section elevation of the water tank. At the below, going to drafting of plan. Okay, so plan of the water tank. Okay, so since it is a circular water tank, we are going to draw the plan. Okay, so till now, if you can ask me now, any doubt is there? Yes, answer me. Any doubt is there? Yes, answer me. Any doubt is there? Can you able to hear me? Can
Yes,
you
sir.
able to hear me right? Yeah. So
Yes,
any
sir.
doubt is there?
No, sir.
Okay. So I'll proceed the. So you go for the circle option. C enter. So that is the short form. C enter. You specify the center point. Okay. So the center point you specify anywhere else. Okay. So the dia of the dia of the circle is actually 1300 mm. So you check the dimension once. So it is not the linear dimension. So you change the diameter you can choose. So the dia is 1300. Okay, so therefore what we are drawn is correct. Okay, so you delete this one. So this is the inner circular dimension. What you can do, so you have to offset to specify the thickness of the circular water tank. Okay, so to specify the circular water tank thickness, offset enter the thickness of the water tank is 160. Okay, you type that 160, enter. You select this object and click enter outside. Okay, so therefore the water tank is created. Diameter is 1300 millimeters, and with the thickness 160 we have created the outer dimension also. Okay, so now you detail. Okay, so now you detail the main reinforcement as well as the distribution. Put this inner circular into this. You decide the 160 is the overall thickness. Then in which position you provide the reinforcement. Okay, so so as per the design, the reinforcement is provided at the center of the water tank wall thickness. Okay, so therefore you can overall distance. Okay, so from this inner circle to the outer circle, it is 160. To provide the reinforcement detailing, you offset up to 80 mm. Okay, so that is the half of the distance of the sectors, so O enter. So that is offset enter. The offset distance is 80. Click on 80 and click enter. You click the source object and click inside. Okay, so therefore the main reinforcement is created. Reinforcement has to be created. Okay, so the distribution reinforcement is actually 10 mm diabars. Okay, so the 10 mm diabars at the bottom. Okay, so you go for the donut option, DO, enter. Okay, so the inner circular dimension is again enter. You specify the outer dimension as 610. Okay, so you click on enter. Therefore the donut is created. Okay, so now you move this donut inside the drawing. You move this donut inside the drawing. Now you can choose the array command. Kindly watch it clearly so that you can able to see. So now the object is created without any spacing, and you see the spacing. Okay, so the distribution bar spacing is 200 mm. Okay, so the 10 mm diameter is correct, but we have to change. Go to quick property. Here the item spacing is there. No, you change the item spacing to 200 mm. Okay, so the 200 mm you click on enter. Okay, so now created with the spacing. Okay, so is it clear, right? Is it clear? So therefore the main reinforcement as well as the distribution reinforcement is created. Now what we can do, dimensional detailing. Okay, so dimensional detailing. Okay, so dimensional detailing means you have to specify the diameter of the water tank. Okay, so you go for the linear dimension also to specify the okay, sir, fine. So 1300 millimeters. Okay, so that is the diameter of the water tank which we are drawn. Okay, so detailing is over. So this is the dimension detailing. So now you can go for the reinforcement detailing. Okay, so the reinforcement detailing is 2-1, that is 16 mm dia bars at 200 mm spacing. Okay, so you know, so you just select this one and you paste it here. So the same one only, but here we are seeing in the sectional element. So you copy the 16 mm dia bars at 200 mm spacing and you just paste it here. That is the main reinforcement. So you make the auth off so that you can move this particular dimension leader to any point. Okay, set over. The distribution bar also. The distribution bar is 10 mm dia bars at 200 mm spacing. You select this one and copy. CO enter is the shortcut for copy. So this is the distribution bar. You choose like this. Okay. So therefore 10 mm dia bars, or else you can mark it at down distribution also. Okay. So you delete this one. Now we are completed the reinforcement detailing also. Do the MTech to specify what this particular thing is. Okay, so before that you just copy all those things and move near to this sectional elevation or at the bottom also. So you can move bottom or top anywhere else. Okay. So you indicate what is this drafting actually. Okay, so this is the plan at base for the mtext command again, mtext command, and you click enter and specify the corner. So you specify the corner at base of water tank. This is the way you draft the things. Any doubt in this? If you have any doubt in anything, you can ask me. Okay, so related as well as the plan at base of the water tank. Any doubt, sir?
No, sir.
Okay. So one correction is there. It is like a circular water tank. You just change this one. Okay. So right click on this one and circular water tank. Okay. So you add this particular thing. Okay. Here it is simply water tank. You just type the circular type. Is it clear? Is it clear? Any doubt, sir?
No, sir.
Can you able to draw in your own?
Yes, sir.
So if you have, yeah, if you have the software means you try it.
Okay, sir.
Then we'll go for the draft. Yeah, then we'll go for the drafting of